Welcome to All Wrapped Up on the Tommy Sandhu podcast. And we bring you your fair share of comedians here on the podcast because I'm always on tour. We're always doing stand-up shows with Desi Central. And there's a whole world of brilliant, funny, mega talented people, which I know will go on to do big things in the industry and on telly and with their own specials and series and sitcoms. These guys are made to do this, what they're doing. And Eshaan Akhbar is very much that kind of person. He is superbly talented, very comfortable in himself, therefore very funny all the time. He is, when we are backstage, when we're chatting away, when we're in cars, he is funny all the time because he's just got that energy and that analysis of life that comedians have. Some comedians kind of can go a bit quiet and a bit moody when they're off stage, because they're focused and they're disciplined and they're analyzing. But Eshaan is lovely, lovable Eshaan. And he's a good friend. We've become even closer over the years. And, you know, you see the real side to him. He's from up the road. He lives only around the corner from where I live. And so we're very similar in our upbringing and our approach to family and life and parents and that kind of stuff. He's a good guy to the core. And I'm so chuffed to have him on. This is the brilliant stand-up comedian who is destined for huge things in 2022. Watch this space. I mean that seriously. This is Eshaan Akhbar, all wrapped up on the Tommy Sandhu podcast. Daddy's looking big.
I know. I feel like I need to get it sorted though, because if I go any longer, I'm going to look like an imam. I don't know if that's.
I don't know how well that will go down on stage. I don't know if there's, religion and comedy. A religious.
But also, I think Gus Khan has already nailed that corner of the market.
Yes. Darn that Gus Khan. God, beard.
Gus.
Do you think? Oh no! Do you think will he ever get rid of that beard? Will he ever?
No, I don't think so. I think it's a core part of his identity and personality.
Like ever. Like, you know how like Graham Norton.
He's gone the direct opposite of the Tommy Sandhu approach to facial hair.
Yeah.
Any hair.
If there was a hair spectrum, like a Dulux chart.
Yeah. Tommy Sandhu.
Gus Khan. How long have you been officially a stand-up now?
Officially, I'd say kind of 5 years, coming on to 5 years.
Okay, right. And I watch you. You are slick. You're all. I promise you. I'm not saying this to blow smoke up your jitter, right? You are consistent. And you're consistently good. I've never seen you have a bad gig, and I've seen good comedians have bad gigs, like in the way that they do that thing and they go, "Oh well, this has been interesting." That kind of reaction, and it's not them. Sometimes it is a bit of an odd night, and I don't know, something odd is said by someone in the crowd, and it throws the room a bit, or it throws them, and it just changes that sort of magical energy thing that's in the room. Yeah. That means it's either going to be really funny and electric and bouncy, or just a bit, what's going on? But you always seem to win them over. So you can ask Altaf from Desi Central, who we had on, when he says, you're doing this kind. I went, well, Eshaan's like, who do I want to who would I like to be on a bill with? I went,
yeah,
I need an Eshaan, because the same kind of people that you can make laugh are the people that I want to talk to, because
right.
I feel like I can talk to them. And then Eshaan can do his joke, and they're the same sort of, not the same sort of person. Do you know what am I saying?
I don't know what you mean. I think what it is, I think what you're trying to get at is,
because we're not similar. We're not similar on stage at all.
No, we're not similar. But I think the thing that we have, and this is an unquantifiable quality, is likability.
I hope so.
I think on stage, people don't feel too threatened by us, really.
No.
Even though I'm a bad man and I take anyone on, I've cut people out of my life who don't serve that purpose. If I feel like the people around me aren't helping me strive for better, be it in terms of my career, financially, emotionally, mentally, whatever it might be, I don't let them drain energy from my life.
No.
And so,
but can I chip it? Because I've got a question, something on that, because I think about that, and then I think, no, actually, I am not a reflection of the people around me. I'm me. I'm Tommy Sandhu.
Yeah.
You're Eshaan Akhbar. And actually, because you hang around with Flana, Chalu Pallu, who's not really got a direction in his life, who might be a little bit negative, moody, or hasn't got, I'm not saying career goals or whatever, but hasn't got that get up and go that you've got, that's not a reflection on you, because you can still be Eshaan Akhbar and he can
Of
still
course.
be Fana Fana.
Yeah, of course. So he can do that and he can be around me. But in terms of the people I look to for inspiration, you said you've got all these multiple interests. And the first thing you said was because all my cousins do it and all my friends do it. That's the people I know. When you're thinking of something, you're going to call your cousins and friends and say, or they'll talk to you about what they're doing with their day, just as a matter of course. And it'll just twig something in your brain, be like, oh, maybe I could do that too. The big change I want to make in my life is, I want to get fitter and healthier, but I don't have anyone in my inner circle who does that stuff. And it's only very recently that I did I did a show, and there was a PT there who's got almost 1 million followers on Instagram.
Right.
And he took me under his wing and he said, look, I'll take you on a 12-week plan. He's the first person I found. He's so good at what he does. I don't want to let him down. I don't want to look like a bundle in front of him. Do you know what I mean? So now, finally, he's one of the people that I talk to within that 5 outside my family on a regular basis. And suddenly I'm doing squats with buds in them. I'm pushing things. I'm pulling things. I'm like, what am I? Why? Lifting things.
You're like, he's like, lift that up. And then what? Put it back where it was. What's the point of lifting it up?
Oh, yeah, where do you want me to put it?
Just leave it.
What I'm doing is I'm trying my best to be reasonably good. My 3 vices are booze.
Yep.
The kebab that goes with the booze.
Yep.
And chicken wings.
Chicken wings are fine. You can smash those all day long.
Not the crispy Pakistani uncle chicken wings. You can't have that many chicken wings.
Oh, dude, I could eat
There's one place in Seven Kings called Chicken House. On a Monday, they do buy one, get one free, and they do it on everything. So you can buy 10 wings and you end up with 20. And you're like, well, I must finish them. Otherwise, it will go to waste.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't have to buy 10 in the first place. You could have bought 5. But no. I'm going to close that place down. And and that's the economy element of it that comes in. You can think, oh, got to get my money's worth. But no, listen. All I say is, as my role model said, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. The words of Kate Moss, everybody.
Yes.
But I'm not saying you should be skinny. But I'm saying when you just feel good about yourself, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And we have that on days when we're just doing a good show. We have a great show. You feel good, whatever. And then when you feel good about yourself physically, I'm like, I spent 10, 15 years of my life not feeling very good about myself. And I was on camera all the time, on video all the time. And I know that when I sit on the side, that my did is like this in certain angles, and I'm pulling my top down because I don't want it to fold at a certain point. Or the top of my kacha rolls over, because it's starting to go back on itself like, it's trying to get. So those things, you think, okay, you know what? I don't miss it. And then you realize what you also happens is you throw yourself more into your work. And that's
of course you do. Yeah. I mean, all I want from my life is to be able to clip my toenails without getting cramp.
I get cramp. And it's the worst when I'll tell you when I got cramp last, because I was in Dubai at a hotel, and the toilet roll was on the wall behind me. So I had to turn. I went, I was like, I got cramp in my lower back.
Cramp in your lower back.
And you know how you're trying to wipe your jitter and you're getting cramp. You're like, oh my, it was so no, it can all happen at the most random point, and that's when you feel like a Buddha. I need you to do one thing for me, and that is to subscribe to the podcast. It's free. Okay, this doesn't cost you any money. You know that. You can listen to this for free, whether you are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, if you're on JioSaavn, or any other streaming platform, Deezer, Castbox, TuneIn Radio, we're everywhere. If you're listening to this right now, hit subscribe. Subscribers really make a big difference to podcasters like me, because it tells us who our family of podcast listeners are, where you are in the world, the kind of shows that you're listening to, and the things that you like. So it really makes a big difference. If you like this, please hit subscribe, and then we can keep a little tab on you and give you the good stuff that you deserve. So I really appreciate it. It means a lot to have your company. And if you're watching this on YouTube, then you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button there and be a part of the Tommy Sandhu podcast. People, we're only just beginning. The good stuff is all coming your way daily, Monday to Friday. Go spread the word and be a part of what we do. Hit subscribe. follow us on social media, and do it right now.